In this morning's Health Watch, heat stroke. Outdoor workouts can be dangerous when the temperature soars. Now, according to the CDC, approximately 300 people in the country die each year of heat stroke. Our Dr. Jennifer Ashton is here to, well, give you some ways to keep active and safe in this summer heat. And this is advice everybody needs, especially now here in Manhattan. I went for a run in Central Park yesterday. Probably not the best move.
I saw you in the middle of the day, wrong time of the day.
How does the weather, though, affect people's bodies, though, when it's hot like this?
You know what? First of all, it impairs your ability to sweat. When it's very humid, your core temperature can get very high. It can it can be dangerous. It can affect your organs, your perfusion, or your blood flow to the rest of your body. And as we hear time and time again, there are people, everyone is vulnerable, but very old, very young, pregnant women, people on medication have to be particularly careful.
And those are the most susceptible, I presume?
Absolutely.
Kids?
Kids up to the age of 4, babies can't really regulate their body core temperature that well. Even someone like you, Chris, who's fit, used to exercising outside, you can get caught off guard in this kind of heat very quickly.
Everybody says remain hydrated, drink plenty of water, but how much is too much? How much is not enough?
Well, first of all, water is the key. You want to avoid caffeinated, sugary beverages. They don't do anything to replenish your electrolytes or keep yourself well hydrated. You need to start drinking before you're outside. That is key. If you're going to do any exercise, you need to start 1 to 2 hours before, and you need to drink every 15 minutes when you're outside, whether you're exercising or not. Your urine should be clear. That's a good way to tell whether you're hydrated or not.
So another thing is, too, at the end of a run, do not guzzle a can of regular Coke.
That is correct.
Something along those lines.
Absolutely.
If you had to pick one thing that people should remember, the one takeaway that people should remember before working out in something like this, what would it be?
Let me give you 3. And we say this again and again because it bears repeating. It's so important. Avoid working out in noonday peak sun hours. That is the worst time. Someone like you might say, this is my only chance to get out and exercise. It's not the best time. You want to do it the morning, the afternoon. You want to use sunscreen because actually when your body gets a sunburn, it raises your core temperature even more. And lastly, dress appropriately. You want to wear light colors. You want to wear fabrics that can breathe. Things like Lycra are great to exercise in.
You also have to be very careful if you're on any type of prescription drugs.
Absolutely. Pharmacists are great to be able to tell you whether you're on a medication that could increase your risk of heat stroke or photosensitivity, a sensitivity to the sun. The big ones are tranquilizers, Parkinson's medications, some antibiotics, sedatives can make it really dangerous to be out in this kind of heat or sun.
And I guess this is a good one, too, because I think I've had a lot of people, I'm sure, have had this happen to them. You're out there, you're working out, you are fit, so you feel like, okay, well, maybe I'm just a little fatigued. How do you know? What are some of the signs that heat stroke, any type of fatigue is setting in?
Big ones, you get a headache, you feel weak or dizzy. That can be actually the first signs that your body is getting overheated. Muscle cramps above and beyond what you would normally expect, even if you're doing exercise. Nausea or vomiting or a rapid heart rate or what we call tachycardia. You feel your pulse or you feel like your heart is pounding. You want to get out of the sun, cool off as quickly as possible. And if you're not feeling well within an hour or your core temperature is above 101, you want to seek medical attention.
If you are suffering from any of those symptoms, a good cold shower, throw a bucket of water over your head, a little towel on the back of the neck, wet towel, those are the things that will...
You want to get into the shade, you want to get into air conditioning. And again, we have to remember this can occur very, very quickly, so you really have to prevent it. That's the key.
All right, Dr. Jen Ashton, thank you very much.
Chris.
Good to see you.
A lot happens early on The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.